Hello!
Hello, Spencer.
Hello, Hadley. How are you today?
Good.
Alright, so what are we talking about today, Hadley?
We are talking about action movies.
Action movies. Alright, what kinds of action movies? What movies are we going to be talking about?
Rambo, Indiana Jones, and mentioning some Star Wars in there.
Alright. I like the sound of it. Alright, so Indiana Jones. Wow. That's such a great movie series. What's your favorite Indiana Jones movie, Hadley?
Temple of Doom? I think the one where they eat the chilled monkey brain.
That was a good one. I love Temple of Doom. Yeah. Temple of Doom is such a great film. I mean, the villain is iconic, ripping out the dude's heart and throwing him into the lava pit.
Yeah.
The chilled monkey brains, obviously.
That funny lady who literally just trips and falls in the mud and gets sprayed by elephants.
Yep, Willie, I think her name was, right?
Yeah.
But the Bangkok car chase scene, that's awesome. I love that. Last Crusade and Raiders of the Lost Ark are great. I love those movies. With Sean Connery in The Last Crusade as Indy's dad was always hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Because I love the James Bond movies, and Sean Connery's famous for playing James Bond.
I didn't know that. There's been a couple James Bonds. Oh my gosh, did you know he's 90? Sean Connery's 90.
And he's still kicking it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I love that guy. He's awesome.
These people's, stand them up. Oh my gosh.
And another great actor who is, you can consider elderly, but he's still kicking it with these movies. Sylvester Stallone in Rambo. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, most recently he was in Rambo Last Blood, and he's going around killing people in the Mexican drug cartels. Can you believe that?
Yeah, in his 70s. And he's getting up unscathed and oh my gosh.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, the first thing you know is he's in the first movie, First Blood, and he's fighting off the police because he was being mistreated in their care.
Oh yeah.
It was for a dumb reason too, was it? For trying to get a bite to eat, and they just kicked him out of town.
Oh yeah, he gets kicked out of the car, and he's like, "Could you give me a bite to eat?" I think the funny one is, how he throws people out of the cars. I mean, that wasn't funny, but he throws people.
Yeah, it was funny because he has a mission. He has to go and do what he has to do for revenge, right? I mean, it's misled for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't be doing it, but they gave him no choice. As he liked to put it in the movie, they got first blood.
Oh yeah, they drew first.
They drew first blood.
And that jail escape scene is just something else.
Oh,
and he beats up people and starts kicking them, throwing them, and then runs out.
Real
and
funny. It's great.
Chucks a guy off a motorcycle.
It's always It's always great when you see these characters that and just oh, I hate you. Oh, I don't like you. Like the one cop who would mistreat Rambo on purpose.
Yeah.
And just to see him get his butt whooped is awesome.
Oh,
I've always loved to see that.
Satisfying or definitely.
Another great action movie franchise. You can't talk about action movies and Indiana Jones without mentioning this epic franchise known as Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars is by far my favorite movie series of all time, and has one of the most epic action set pieces of all time. I mean, you're having dogfights in space, robot walkers coming in, destroying the rebel base on Hoth.
Oh yeah.
Giant space battles and lightsaber duels. I mean, it's all over the place. It's action, and then some politics and yada yada yada. But it's just amazing. I mean, do you have a favorite Star Wars movie?
I don't know.
Do you even really like Star Wars all that much?
I've watched them. I like the Ewoks and
Oh boy, the Ewoks.
Kylo Ren was an interesting villain. The funny Kylo Ren memes and.
Oh yeah, they're always flying around like that.
And Natalie Portman.
As Padme.
Yeah, and Anakin. Man, that was something else.
Revenge of the Sith. That's the most epic one of them all, and my personal favorite. Revenge of the Sith will always hold a dear place in my heart because of all the action set pieces. The storyline is fantastic. I can talk about Revenge of the Sith for hours and hours and hours, but we're sadly only here for 5 minutes.
Oh, I know. I could go on about the other stuff for hours,
I know.
Too.
Indiana Jones, great. Indiana Jones and Star Wars were made by the same guy, George Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
But, wow. such great movies and epic franchises.
And the Rambo and like
Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, and stuff like that. Well, Hadley, it was real nice talking to you about all these movies.
Thanks for coming to help me on this podcast.
No problem, Hadley. Anytime. All right.